monsters. So, first vampires, then zombies, and now...
Monsters. We're hunting monsters.
I'm not doing this Halloween stuff on purpose, I swear. Anyway, Evolve recently came out. I've put around 13 hours into it already and I wanted to give you my thoughts on it. From the very first announcement, I was already excited for this game. One of my most favorite multiplayer games of all time is Giant Citizen Kabuto because of the asymmetry behind it. You could play as three factions: a tiny humanoid astronaut called the Macarin, a Sea Reaper, which is basically a ninja witch, and a Kabuto, which was a giant hulking monstrosity, of which there could only be one in each game. Now, Evolve is certainly a bit different than that game, but the idea of one person playing a giant monster and the others trying to hunt it down reminded me a bit of my adventures as a Macarin trying to kill a Kabuto, and I love that kind of asymmetry in multiplayer games. Evolve is a game which focuses on 4 diverse hunters, each with their own special abilities and roles in a team, hunting down one of the currently released monsters, the Goliath, the Kraken and the Wraith, all of which are also very diverse in how they move around, attack, etc. Now, first of all, I must compliment this game a great deal for its awesome hunter design. There are 4 classes: Assault, Trapper, Medic and Support, and they all have 3 different characters to choose from. So 12 currently released hunter characters which all have different weapons and abilities as well. The hunters all look very cool, play different from each other, are well written and well voice acted.
Nothing beats a good old-fashioned cookout.
We will eat grilled meats tonight, yes?
And whatever shitty beer Abe can scrounge up.
This is a good plan. This is the best plan.
Evolve has no story mode to speak of, and the only time you get to learn a bit about the characters is through tiny cutscenes in which they banter before each match, and through different kinds of maps you play in, like the weather control station, or the dam, or a facility which controls a giant orbital laser in space. The planet on which the monsters live and the hunters hunt is called Sheer, and awesomely designed in my opinion. It gives me some kind of Alien 1 vibe, with the machinery, dark setting and the fact that even though you play as a badass hunter, you still feel really small between all the carnivorous wildlife and dangers lurking around every corner. So yeah, the atmosphere of the game is in my opinion very well done. Whether you play as a hunter or monster, you really immerse yourself in your chosen role. Now, I am aware that Evolve currently does not have a whole lot of content, and definitely not enough to justify not only full price but also all the day one DLC. But I'm not going to include that notion in my general opinion of the game itself, though I will advise to do plenty of research on whether this game is for you or not before buying it, because it does not have a whole lot of replayability if you can't enjoy the theme and concept of the game. With that said, Evolve is in my opinion precisely what I was hoping for, even though it lacks a little bit in content. I have won a few matches so far as the monster, and I must say it's really a thrilling experience as you try to hide in your early stages, and it's really satisfying to wreck house once you've reached your final stage. The game does have a few different game modes with different objectives besides the standard hunting mode, like rescuing survivors, destroying monster eggs or defending a fueling depot. What I also really like is that maps change a bit depending on who won last match, so if the monster won in the weather control station map, he will wreck the station and a monsoon will pour down, which will grow additional carnivorous plants in the next map, which can eat hunters whole. So yeah, as I said earlier, I would say that the asking price of Evolve is generally too high and the day one DLC is bullshit, but if you are really sure you would enjoy this game's concept and theme, and you wouldn't be bothered by the repetitiveness, and you have some extra money lying around, I would say go for it. It's fun, thrilling and a blast to play with friends or alone as a monster. Thanks for watching this episode of Judge Zaurask and happy hunting!